Well, folks, March Madness is known for its drama on the court. But this year, there's some serious off-court fireworks involving UConn head coach Dan Hurley. After the Huskies' tough 77-75 loss to Florida in the NCAA tournament, Hurley let his emotions fly in a major way, and it was all caught on camera. A reporter for Queen City News, Joey Ellis, was in the right place, or maybe the wrong place, depending on who you ask, and captured Hurley's expletive-laden rant as he was leaving the court. In the now viral clip, Hurley can be heard yelling some choice words, including a message for Baylor, saying he hopes the refs don't F*** you like they F*** at us. You can probably imagine the language used. Now, here's where things get really interesting. According to reports, after the clip started making the rounds online, UConn's director of communications, Bobby Mullen, allegedly confronted reporter Joey Ellis. And this wasn't just a polite request to maybe take the video down. Oh no. The report claims Mullen threatened to ruin Ellis' life if he didn't remove the video from social media. Talk about a full court press. Charlotte Sports Live detailed this alleged run-in, stating that multiple other reporters and staff members overheard the threat. Both Charlotte Sports Live and Queen City News are standing by Ellis reporting, which definitely suggests there's some serious heat here. Charlotte Sports Live even reached out to Mullen for comment, and his statement was, well, something. He said the lasting image should have been Hurley walking off arm in arm with his seniors, overwhelmed with emotion. Instead, he claims a reporter was in an area he shouldn't have been and recorded private comments made to another coaching staff on his cell phone. Despite the alleged threats and UConn's perspective, the original tweet with Hurley's rant is still up on Joey Ellis' X account as of now. For those who follow college basketball, it's no secret that Dan Hurley is a passionate coach who isn't afraid to show his feelings, both on and off the court. He even gave a very emotional interview right after the loss. This defeat ended UConn's bid for a third straight NCAA tournament title. So you can understand the frustration. But the question remains, did UConn cross a line by allegedly threatening a reporter for doing his job? It's a developing story that's definitely adding an extra layer of drama to this year's March Madness. What do you think about this situation? Let us know in the comments below. What's going on, sports fans? March Madness is known for its intense competition and high emotions. But sometimes those emotions can lead to moments we'd rather not see. Today, we're breaking down a post-game incident from the NCAA women's tournament game between the 4-seed Ohio State Buckeyes and the 5-seed Tennessee Volunteers that has sparked a lot of discussion online. The game itself was a nail-biter, with both teams trading leads and making big plays throughout. Ohio State's Cody McMahon put up a strong performance with 17 points, and her teammate Jelani Cambridge added 19. However, it wasn't enough to overcome a balanced Tennessee team that had 4 players scoring in double figures. The Volunteers ultimately pulled away in the fourth quarter, securing an 82-67 victory and a trip to the Sweet 16. But it was what happened after the final buzzer that has people talking. As the teams lined up for the traditional post-game handshake, an awkward moment occurred involving Ohio State forward Cody McMahon and Tennessee head coach Kim Caldwell. As Coach Caldwell extended her hand to McMahon, the Buckeyes player appeared to give a very brief, almost dismissive tap before walking away. Coach Caldwell seemed visibly taken aback by the interaction, adding fuel to the fire. Some internet lip readers believe they may have caught McMahon uttering a 4-letter expletive as she continued down the handshake line. If that wasn't enough, there are also reports from fans who believe they heard McMahon say more inappropriate words as she was leaving the court, allegedly saying something along the lines of, "That's expletive." This display of apparent poor sportsmanship has definitely generated a lot of buzz and criticism online. While the disappointment of losing a big tournament game is understandable, the expectation of showing respect to your opponents and their coaching staff is a fundamental aspect of sportsmanship at all levels. This incident involving Cody McMahon has certainly raised questions about maintaining composure and class even in the face of defeat. Well, Warriors fans, it wasn't the result you were hoping for. The Golden State Warriors took a 124-115 loss to the Atlanta Hawks, and it sounds like Draymond Green is not happy about it. In fact, He called it a bad loss. No, wait, he upgraded that to a terrible loss. You know, when Draymond uses words like that, things aren't looking too rosy. The Warriors were without Steph Curry, who's sidelined with a pelvic contusion he picked up in their win against the Raptors. They had just gotten Steph back after he rested against the Bucks. So this is definitely a setback for Golden State as they battle for that crucial number 6 seed in the Western Conference to avoid the play-in tournament. This loss now puts them only half a game ahead of both the Clippers and the Timberwolves. So the pressure is definitely on. Draymond didn't hold back in his post-game comments, saying that with only 11 games left and everything to play for, a loss like this just shouldn't happen. He emphasized that they need to win the games they're supposed to win. And even with Steph out, he felt this was a game they should have taken. Ouch. On the Hawks side, Trae Young led the way with a solid 25 points and 10 assists. Georges Niang was hitting from downtown, knocking down 6 3-pointers on his way to 23 points. Onyeka Okongwu had a strong all-around game with 22 points and 12 rebounds. And Dyson Daniels was a force on the defensive end with 11 rebounds and 3 steals. Definitely making his case for Defensive Player of the Year. This win was a big one for the Hawks, keeping them ahead of the Magic for that number 7 spot in the East. In Curry's absence, Jimmy Butler stepped up for the Warriors with 25 points and 8 assists. Moses Moody also had a good night, scoring 20 points, and Brandon Podziemski chipped in with 19, hitting 5 3-pointers, but ultimately, it wasn't enough to overcome the Hawks. Looking ahead, the Warriors have a date with the Miami Heat on Tuesday, which will be a bit of a reunion for Jimmy Butler, facing the team that traded him, but Butler downplayed the significance of the matchup, saying he's focused on the Warriors' trajectory. It's interesting to note that while the Warriors are aiming for a guaranteed playoff spot, Butler's former team, the Heat, are currently in the play-in mix in the East and have been struggling lately, losing 10 of their last 12 games. So, Warriors fans, it sounds like Draymond is echoing your frustrations after this loss. They'll need to regroup quickly and find a way to win without Steph as they continue their push for the playoffs. Folks, March Madness is living up to its name once again. We just saw an absolutely wild finish in the second-round matchup between number 4 seed Maryland and number 12 seed Colorado State. Derik, Queen of Maryland, hit a buzzer-beating bank shot to snatch a 72-71 victory. But hold on a second, did he travel? That's the question that's got the college basketball world buzzing right now. Queen picked up his dribble behind the free throw line and then appeared to take not 2, but 3 steps before launching the game winner. The replay in slow motion definitely seems to show him taking that extra step with his right foot before releasing the ball. This was the first buzzer beater of the 2025 men's NCAA tournament. And it's already packed with controversy. Now, in real time, it might have been tough for the refs to catch. And that could be why no call was made on the floor. But when you break it down frame by frame, it certainly looks like a travel. Take a look at these replays from different angles and tell us what you think. Of course, the opinions are flying in from all corners of the basketball world. But what did the experts say? Well, former NCAA referee and current CBS analyst Gene Steratore weighed in. And surprisingly, he said it was a correct no call. His explanation? Apparently, the dribble doesn't officially end until a player has firm possession of the ball with one hand locked or, more commonly, with 2 hands. Steratore argues that when Queen makes his turn and brings the ball back up, it's not clear if he has full possession yet. He even said that if Queen bobbled the ball at that point, he could continue to bobble it all the way to the hoop without it being a travel. That's a pretty interesting interpretation of the rule. For those of you looking for the official NCAA definition of traveling, it's a bit more complex than the NBA's gather step rule. In college, you don't get that extra step when you pick up your dribble. Queen clearly picks up his dribble behind the free throw line, takes a step with his right, then his left, and then another step with his right before shooting. That looks like 3 steps to most of us. If a travel had been called, Colorado State would have won the game 71-70. Talk about a heartbreaking way to lose. Regardless of whether it was a travel or not, it's a tough pill to swallow for the Rams. It's worth remembering that every game has missed calls. It's just part of sports. And if you're the kind of fan who likes to see officials be lenient in those crucial final moments, then you probably loved this no call that allowed Queen to deliver the clutch shot. Maryland now advances to the Sweet 16 to face number 1 seed Florida. But this game will definitely be remembered for that controversial final play. What do you think? Was it a travel? Let us know in the comments below. Well, college basketball never stops, does it? Even with March Madness in full swing, we've got some transfer portal news to talk about. Justin Pippen, the youngest son of NBA Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen, is reportedly set to leave the Michigan Wolverines after just 1 season and enter the transfer portal. According to reports from 247 Sports, this is definitely an interesting development, especially considering the Wolverines are currently making a run in the NCAA tournament, having just reached the Sweet 16 after taking down Texas A&M. However, Pippen wasn't with the team for those games in Denver, and he also didn't travel to the Big Ten tournament due to lingering concussion symptoms. According to the Detroit Free Press, as a freshman guard, Pippen saw action in 28 games for Michigan, averaging 1.6 points, 0.7 rebounds, and 0.6 assists. He shot 27% from beyond the arc on 30 attempts. While his stats might not jump off the page, it's worth remembering his pedigree. Justin Pippen was a highly regarded 4-star recruit coming out of Sierra Canyon High School in California, where as a senior, he put up impressive numbers, averaging 16.5 points, 4.9 assists, and 4.5 rebounds per game. The 6'3", 180-pound guard chose Michigan over some other notable programs like Florida, Stanford, California, and Texas A&M. What makes this transfer even more noteworthy is that Justin Pippen was the very first high school recruit signed by new Michigan head coach Dusty May after he took over the program. So, for him to enter the portal after just 1 season is a bit surprising. It's unclear at this point what led to Pippen's decision to transfer. Perhaps the concussion symptoms played a role, or maybe he's looking for a program where he might have a bigger role and more playing time. Whatever the reason, it's a significant move in the college basketball landscape, given his name recognition and recruiting profile. Meanwhile, the Michigan Wolverines, despite this news, are still focused on their Sweet 16 matchup against number 1 seed Auburn. That game is scheduled for Friday night. It will be interesting to see if this news about Pippen's departure has any impact on the team as they continue their tournament journey. The transfer portal has become a major part of college basketball, and it's always interesting to see where highly touted recruits end up. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on where Justin Pippen decides to take his talents next. What do you think about Pippen's decision to transfer? Let us know in the comments below.